And welcome back. We are back with another video. This video is under the Fair Use Act, and the Fair Use Act is in the description box of the video as well as the About Me section of the platform. The Fair Use Act is used to educate you guys on what we are covering on this particular platform. Please keep in mind that this video and all my videos are allegedly as well as educational purposes only. Well guys, BLUEFace has officially decided that he believes that he is the father. Now we know BLUEFace and NAVEAH had this ongoing thing. Even now, BLUEFace is like she's been doing the most. You know, she had a different dude in January, February, March, April. I don't know what's going on at this point. But he has definitely made it clear to his audience in his live stream that he will be present, that he will be signing the birth certificate. And I say this, shout out to Blue, because at the end of the day, you know, they do have a saying, Papa's maybe, Mama's baby, Papa's maybe. But I'll say this, he's acknowledging the fact that he's been there. And he was with the other one too. And we're going to talk about that in a minute because I really don't like the way, you know, the whole situation with that is playing out. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. So he says he's going to sign the birth certificate. You know, he just wants to be a part of the whole situation during delivery. And I think that that's really dope of him to acknowledge the fact that, okay, listen, I'm gonna do what I need to do as a man. Because at the end of the day, she had a life before him, and he had a life before her. He still has the life that he's always had. Once the other person came in, there was no longer about him and Jay. It was him and everybody else. And we have to be fair with saying that, allegedly, in my opinion. But I thought that that was manly of him to acknowledge the fact that he's not disowning his child. You know, no matter what people are saying, no matter how much people are saying, you know, Blue, she was doing this and she was doing that. Some people are saying still don't know. But the truth of the matter is, if he feels in his soul that this is his child, then rightfully so, he wants to do what's best for the child. Now, when it comes to the Chrisean part of the situation and people saying, well, he's not claiming the baby and he's not doing, I don't agree with that. I don't agree that things should have played out this far, if that makes sense. I do believe that maybe it should be another DNA test. You know, Carlissa was speaking and she said Zeus hadn't come forth and acknowledged the fact that that was a real situation, right? We've seen all different things over the years on the internet. And why not just go take the test? I think that is crazy. Why not take the test? You're denying your son his heritage. You're denying your son his rightful name, you know. And don't get it wrong, you could give your baby any name you want to give your name, but if the father has not signed the birth certificate, doesn't necessarily mean in the court of law that stands up as the person being the father. The John Hancock of the father needs to be on the birth certificate. Now, Chrisean has said over and over and over, she did what she did on purpose. She didn't want Blue to sign a birth certificate. She didn't want Blue to have rights. She said that out her own mouth. I'm still going to say allegedly, but you guys know that Chrisean said that out her own mouth. And so I feel like when people are getting upset about the fact that, you know, they feel Blue isn't doing right, I feel that due to the circumstances that Blue needs to go into the courthouse and ensure that things be done and handled properly so that the young man can get the proper care that he needs. Again, I'm not there. I only see what's on this internet. She said she's doing this and that. A lot of people find it hard to believe because most of her stuff, well, all of it mainly is about her. So how do people know that he is in fact getting what he needs? That is her business. That is between her. God is going to deal however he feels fit concerning that situation. And it's not no one's timing. It's the Lord's timing, in my opinion. And that's a fact. But what I'm saying is the fact that she denied him to be there. She denied him to sign the birth certificate. How else is he supposed to feel? Y'all got to be fair with this. Y'all have to be fair. Excuse me. She denied him those rights. And so for you to keep playing these little games, oh, he's not claiming you did that because you denied him his rightful place as a parent. When you decide to go off and not allow him to sign the birth certificate, that only hurts the child in the long run. God forbid something happened to Blue. All you have to stand on is that you said, you know, whatever paper, whatever's going on, all that's going to have to come to court and be proven if it was real or not. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like get things done the proper way. God forbid. It's not about you. It's about assuring that he has everything that he's entitled to concerning his bloodline, in my opinion. You know, and I know people are going to take this video with Blue. No, listen, listen. The man has publicly posted up, did the most, or whatever. Why not make it right for the young man to, God forbid, you know, he has other siblings. All this is going on. I don't believe in keeping siblings apart. I believe the younger they are to get to know each other, the better. Because we do have situations where some mothers, they don't want their kid to know these kids, and they're different religions. And in the end, the children suffer. And I don't feel like any other children should suffer because of the shortcoming of their parents. It's not right. I believe that the other journey maybe not. I don't think Pink Face wants, you know, to not be the baby. She just right. But I just feel the right thing to do is to get things right so that these children can be a love of each other's lives. He has a big brother, all these different things. Why wouldn't you want that him to have those things? He has a whole yard over there with grandma. Like, it's just so much I feel like he's missing out, and I feel like for the wrong reason, and that is my opinion. Anyway, what do you guys think? Blue has announced that he will be signing the birth certificate, and he's acknowledging that he is the father. Chrisean and BLUEFace just got to make it right concerning the child. Either way it go, make it right while he's young. You know, I feel like the best time to do things like that is when the child is young and he doesn't remember any of it, as far as, you know, the parent part of things, right? And Blue in the past had said that, you know, he was going to step in regardless, but he doesn't want that soul tie back again. Do I think that they revisit certain things again? I absolutely do. I feel like that's why Chrisean was crying and doing the most. Because allegedly, I feel like she done things with Blue, in my opinion, and she thought that he was going to come back wholeheartedly. And he's not going to do that. He's not going to leave Nevaeh and the baby because of the way that he was forced to not be a part of the little man situation, in my opinion. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Love on those that love on you, and pray for the world. Peace.